Hello friend, in previous lecture we had seen what is the array in Java. The array means the collection of similar type of data element. There are two types of array, one dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. Then in the previous lecture we had seen how to declare an array, how to instantiate an array and how to initialize the array. And again we had seen in the previous lecture how to traverse an array. So these all operations are performed perform in three ways. So now in this lecture we will see that all operation. The one dimensional array using standard method. This method we had seen in previous lecture. Here I take a class one dimensional standard. This method is using the standard method. So here in the main method I declare an array int a of size 3. So I initialize the 3 element to that particular array. A of 0 equal to 10, a of 1 equal to 20, a of 2 equal to 30. Now this is the initialization of the array. Now here how to print that array? The system.out.println, here one dimensional array element are this message and we print this 3 element in that way. So this is the standard method how to declare, initialize and print the array element. Now next method is the using the scanner method. Here read the array length as a sc dot next int and stored it in the variable len and declare an array int of len. To store the element into the array, we use for loop. For I equal to 0 to I is less than length. Length is the property of an array. Then we store the element at the index a of I. And third step is display the element of an array for loop iteration for I equal to 0 to I is less than length of the array and print the array element a of I. This procedure will be implemented in this program. Here we import a file, file java.util.star. This is the collection of package. This is the collection of class in which the definition will be stored. So we directly call this classes for this program. Now here in the main method I declare the int variable of len. Then here scanner is a class. The scanner is a class. Here sc is the object of the scanner. So scanner sc equal to new scanner system.in. Here this is the system.in. That means it is the input method of the scanner. That means through which we can take the input. So here I print the message enter the array length. Suppose I assign that length to len variable. Len equal to sc dot next int. So next int is the method of scanner object read in a string of digit and convert them into the type. So friend, you note that when we input the input to the scanner class or any class into the Java, then input will be taken into the string format or a character format. We convert that format into the numeric type with the help of the next int method. So here we declare the array of int a equal to new int of the size len. Now we print here enter the len element to stored in the array. So here plus is the concatenation operator. Now with the help of the for loop we take the one by one element a of I equal to sc dot next int. Through this method we can assign one by one element to the a of I. Now we print that element with the help of the for loop, system.out.println a of I, here plus, and we add a blank space. So the output is look like that. Enter the 4 element to stored in an array, 1 2 3 4. So element in an array is 1 2 3 4. This is the output of this program. So with the help of the scanner class, first we mention the scanner class. Here scanner sc, we declare the scanner object new scanner system.in. Why it is in? Because it is the input, so it is used for the input. So now next we assign the sc.next int to the alien variable. That means we assign the maximum size of the array, and here we declare the array. We declare array like that, int a equal to new int, and here is the size is the alien. Now we take the array element and print the array element. So output is look like that. Now third method is using the for loop. You already know that how to declare, how to print the array using for loop. So you know that when we use the array in our program, then we required a for loop. When we use one dimensional array, then we required one for loop. When we use two dimensional array, then we required two for loop, and so on. So here in the class one dimensional loop, in the main method I declare and initialize a array of a of size 5, and I initialize the element 10 20 30 40 50. Now these elements are accessed through the for loop, and here I print the element a of plus I plus is for the concatenation purpose, here colon double quotation plus a of I. Now what is the output? A of 0 equal to 10, a of 1 equal to 20, a of 2 equal to 30, a of 3 equal to 40, a of 4 equal to 50. So friend, this is the output of the array. So this is the using the for loop method one dimensional array will be printed. You already know that. Now next is using the string. We declare one dimensional string array with the element string, and to print the string from the string array with the help of the for loop, and we store the string at the index str of I. So here I take a class one dimension string, then in the main method I declare and initialize the one dimensional array of the string. Here string is the class, and string is the class, and we declare a variable, then new string here, and we initialize the 4 string 1 2 3 and 4, and now we print the element of an array with the help of the for loop. Here str.length is the property of the array, and here we print the one by one array element through the for loop, and here the output is look like that. There are element of one dimensional array. These are the element of one dimensional array 1 2 3 and 4. Now next type is the definition of two dimensional array, that means 2D array. Both C++ and Java support multi-dimensional array. One of the simple form of multi-dimensional array is a two-dimensional array or 2D array. Multi-dimensional array, that means it contains multiple subscript or multiple dimensions, so it is called as the multi-dimensional array. So the simple example of multi-dimensional array is a two-dimensional array. So a two-dimensional array can be expressed as an array of arrays or array of one-dimensional array. To declare two-dimensional array variable, we have to specify array name followed by two square bracket, where the second index is the second set of the square bracket. A two-dimensional array is stored in the form of row and column matrix, where the first index designate the row and second indicate show the column. The second or rightmost index of an array alters very fastly as compared to the first or leftmost index while accessing the element. So here see that friend, in this diagram, here is the two dimensional array of the size 3 by 3 matrix will be there, and you already know the first element is at the position 0 0, the second is the a of 0 1, a of 0 2, like that. So this is the first row, this is second row, and this is the third row. We already know that the how to store the array element into the two dimensional array. Now friend, we see the declaration of the two dimensional array. So in Java, the two dimensional array is obtained by here the type variable name equal to new int, and here is the size 1 and size 2. So size 1 is indicate for the row and size 2 is indicate for the column. So for example, int month balance equal to new int 12 and 30. So now we see one example of the two dimensional array. To display an array element and transport two dimensional array and transpose the matrix. So here I use the java.util.scanner class. So friend, when I declare here import java.util.star and semicolon, then it will include all the classes, it will be include or import all the classes contained into the util package. So now I only called the scanner class here. So I write import java.util.scanner class. So here I take a class, public class transpose. Now here in the main method I take a two variable I and j. So enter the total rows and columns. So here I declare the object of scanner s equal to new scanner system dot in. Here int row equal to s dot next int and int column equal to s dot next int. So here it will be assign the maximum row and column size to the row and column variable of the type integer. Now here I declare the array int array of two square bracket pair equal to new int row and column. Now here enter the matrix. So we required two for loop. I equal to 0, I is less than row I plus plus. For j equal to 0, j is less than column j plus plus. And here we assign array of ij equal to s dot next int and system dot out dot print. So here we print the blank space. Now we take the input of the matrix through these for loops. Now here the above matrix before transpose, we print the matrix before transpose in this next two for loops. So here system.out.println array of ij, here we print the array element. Now the above matrix after transpose is, here again we require two for loop and we shuffle that for loop. We take a column for loop first and row for loop another, and here we print the system.out.print array of ji. We sort the element ij to ji, then we got the transpose of the matrix, and here we print that element here. Now suppose I run that program. Suppose I type in command prompt javac transpose.java, then it will be compiled. Now when we run that program java transpose, then it asks me enter the total rows and columns. Suppose I entered 3 3. Now I enter the matrix 3 by 3. The above matrix before transpose is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, and the above matrix after transpose is 1 4 7 2 5 8 3 6 9, like that. So hope friend this video you have to understand. So this is the simple concept in the Java programming, the arrays. Here in this lecture we had seen the two-dimensional array. So here your first unit is finished. Now in next lecture we start our second unit of Java. Thank you friend.